Hi, I'm Neil.
And I'm Kayla.
Welcome to the Crause Crew.
Welcome to our Kagga Kamma review, where we stayed for 3 nights.
We camped the first night, did the honeymoon suite the second night, and then camped the third night again. Our first camp would be the TIERKLOOF camp, Honeymoon Accommodation. That is around the reception area, and then the last camp would be, what? BOBBEJAANSKRANS.
BOBBEJAANSKRANS. Kagga Kamma is situated near the Karoo, and it is a nature reserve. Our first night is camping at TIERKLOOF camp.
The drive there in distance-wise is not very long.
Only 14 k's from reception.
Yeah, but it takes quite a lot of time. So if you
2 hours.
if you're going to be getting to Kagga Kamma late afternoon, I don't suggest going there. It's going to take you a while, and
you just won't have any time to experience the camp or
the scenery or anything.
It'll be dark.
The camp itself, it's how do they say, rustic. there's nothing. You have to be fully self-sufficient. The views from the camp are really nice.
You look down a valley.
Yeah, so you're like on the edge of
the cliff,
of a little cliff thingy, and you get the whole valley below you. Really nice scenery. Although the camp it's a rocky camp, if you have any tent or anything that needs to be pegged down, forget about it. You will not get a peg into that ground.
I was like trying to hammer our rooftop tent, like
the guy ropes,
yeah.
Even our little shower tent, to get that thing pegged down so that the wind didn't blow it over. I think in some of the footage you'll see I packed rocks eventually because I tied the rope around rocks because you can't get a peg into the ground.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, he found like the biggest rocks and then just tied them. That's funny. Obviously, because it's on the edge of a cliff and overlooking a valley, there's a lot of wind. A lot of wind. I mean, I don't know if it's like that all the time, but I would imagine it to be. But it is very windy. So especially if you're going around the time we went, which is in like April, so the winter autumn months, pack warm stuff because it is very cold. Yeah,
the days are nice and warm, but the evenings get really cold. And this camp had no shelter, so there's nowhere to hide away from the wind either.
Nothing.
So
also you have to kind of like make sure you can obviously see where people make fires and whatever, but we did it like on the edge where it looked like you were supposed to make a fire. Neil ended up having to also just kind of try and like pack the wood like to the side and like
pack some rocks to try so the fire doesn't blow out.
Yeah, of course, so that we could get it started in the first place.
The campsite's also not that level. We ended up packing rocks and trying to park the car on rocks to just get it
close.
to get it. We did lay very close because I think I ended up rolling down onto it. I didn't quite get the car that level. It's quite a unique campsite. Very different to what we've stayed at before. But yeah, the views are definitely worth it. And for those cold nights, take a bottle of sherry with. You're gonna need
You'll
it.
be fine.
The route to the camp, if you see from our other videos,
we'll have them linked on the screen or in the description.
They might not tell you at reception, but there is a fence line you've got to get through, and there is a gate, but it has a height restriction. I don't know the height of I think our roof rack is 2 meters, and then there's probably like another 300 above that. So we probably sitting at like 2.4 meters in height. So if you're anything higher than that, you're gonna battle getting through the gate. Yeah,
because I ended up getting into the driver's seat and he climbed on the roof rack just to pull the wire up so that we could make it through without scratching our
luckily it's only a piece of wire, and it's got a bit of flex in it, so you can lift it, but it doesn't lift the whole lot. We just made it through.
Also, the last 4 k's of getting to camp is probably the hardest.
Slow going.
Yeah.
A lot of sharp rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really got to be careful when you're driving. It gets really rocky. There's a lot of sharp rocks. It's a little bit of a descent down into the campsite with quite a lot of loose rocks and like a bit of sand. We were still thinking, yeah, it was going to be fun getting out here tomorrow, but that actually wasn't too bad. Just make sure your brakes work, because when you're coming down, you head towards the edge of the cliff.
So when you book in at reception, you get a printout of a map. They mark out where you go.
Each intersection is identified by a number. There's like these all concrete blocks with a number on it, and that
sometimes
number,
they're hiding away in the tall grass though.
Yeah,
so
you got to keep a sharp eye. Then at each intersection,
drive by numbers.
Drive by numbers. So at each intersection, you kind of see at this number if you got to turn left or right. But yeah, it's quite fun getting to navigate really to camp.
Yeah, listen to your wife.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we said, you have to be completely self-sufficient. There's no ablutions, there's no water, there's nothing. Yeah, you have to bring everything yourself.
They do have firewood available at the little shop at reception. When you get to reception, you can just ask for however much firewood you need.
This is now day 2 where we stayed in the cave, and this is that review.
I booked a honeymoon package for us. Sounded like a good deal. You got basically 1 night stay in the cave honeymoon suite, and then part of the package then included a spa treatment, which was a back and neck massage.
Really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Then it was a sundowners nature drive, followed by a dinner that night. Then obviously the night in the honeymoon suite, and breakfast the next morning. Day
6 of our honeymoon will be somewhere on the screen or in the description for the cave day, so you can go and check out everything and what we did.
Yeah.
Our honeymoon suite in the caves, it was really interesting, and from the moment we got to Kagga Kamma, I did notice that there were rooms up in the rocks. It's really cool, and like thinking that you're going to stay in a cave.
Yeah, the room's built like cool. Into the rocks.
Yeah, it's really
so literally cool. A cave.
Yeah.
With a door.
It's quite a walk up to get to the rooms, but it's not that far from reception. It's a very short walk. The pathways are all like lit up really nicely at night. The room itself is beautiful, and the way that they decorated it for us was really nice. Everything you need is in there. There's a bath, an aircon, because obviously it gets hot during the day and very cold at night. There is a little veranda, and it's very pretty, very nice views. You can see your cars from up at the rooms because they literally just like down there. But it doesn't like distract from anything, but if you were worried about your car, you could see it. There's a hairdryer for women, and there's coffee, kettle, tea, all that stuff. Obviously there's linen and towels and actually there were gowns and slippers too. I forgot about that. Yeah, so that was actually
you could have your pajama party.
Yeah. If you're doing a very long trip like what we did, I mean, our honeymoon was 17 days long. For us who were camping pretty much all the time, it was quite nice, like have a break
in between.
And then, you know, I could wash my hair. Yeah, we had a good showers all the time, because our setup was really nice. You did it really nicely, but it was nice to be able to like wash my hair, because we got very dusty a lot of the time because our camps are very sandy, and everywhere we drove through was very sandy and dusty. The staff at Kagga Kamma are all very nice, and the restaurant is at the reception. They obviously do breakfast and dinners, and then they also have the Boma, which is where we ate dinner that night.
And a licensed bar.
Yes.
For refreshments.
Yeah. So,
I think they even have a TV in the bar. Should you want to catch up on some rugby or...
But don't spend time with your family or your wife.
Then there's a pool.
There's a pool.
There's like a little grassy garden area with chairs on the grass.
So where we had lunch that day, or where you can have breakfast also, there's a very big grass area in front of the Boma, and it's very pretty with all the rocks, and it's open, nice and breezy. Very, very nice food.
Yeah, it was really, really nice food. Good service.
And the Boma is really nice also. There's a nice big fire pit in the middle. It keeps you very warm if it's cold. Nice experience. So like Neil said, we also went for a massage at the salon massage place. The ladies who did our massages were really friendly and they were very good at what they do. It's very nice and relaxing.
I think I even fell asleep.
Activity wise, they also have game drives or nature drives.
Hiking trails.
There's hiking trails.
Cycling trails.
Cycling.
There's a driving range. There's putt-putt. Although they call it something else.
Do they have four-wheelers and stuff like that? I saw four-wheelers there.
Oh yeah. You could do a four-wheeler game drive. Nature drive. On a four-wheeler.
That's pretty cool.
If you wanted to.
I'll enter a couple clips so you can just see what everything looks like and stuff. Link to their website will be in the description. This is day 3 at Kagga Kamma, BOBBEJAANSKRANS camp.
It's not too far from reception. It's a very nice camp. It is a sandy camp, so be prepared for sand. But actually a very nice camp. There's like a big rock in the middle of the campsite. So you can kind of camp all around the rock. Not right around, but like...
There's different spots.
180 degrees around the rock, and you can choose your little spot. So if it's cold and windy, you can position yourself to be blocked from the wind. It is another all-sufficient camp. No ablutions, no electricity, nothing. You got to be self-sufficient and take along all your amenities.
Necessities, amenities.
Isn't amenities?
Yeah.
Necessities.
Yeah.
Okay, take everything with it you think you're gonna need.
Amenities.
I think the views are not as good as the TIERKLOOF camp. Unless you climb up the rock, then you can obviously get a little bit of better view. It's BOBBEJAANSKRANS is like down in a little valley. There's
a lot of rocks around there, but it's very beautiful. It's actually a very not scenic camp, but it's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks to look at. But no, it's in a nice little position. I don't think it was as windy that night, or we were just better sheltered. The stargazing from the camp is much nicer.
Yeah, beautiful.
The actual drive to BOBBEJAANSKRANS is really not a difficult drive. There's a little bit of sand in the beginning, then it gets a bit rocky, and then it gets sandy again. But yeah, quite an easy, non-challenging drive. There's a couple better places at this campsite to make a fire. Well, we're in one place, but there's like rocks. It's sheltered. If it is windy, you have options. Did we even set up our shower tent that night? I don't think we did. We still sit on it. We cleaned from the bath and shower that morning. We piggied it. True. We did. We did. Yeah, we did. We did. We did. So overall, if you want to go camping there, you have to be completely self-sufficient. There's nothing for you. There's no toilets, no nothing. So make sure to take your own like toilet paper, water, shower tent if you're gonna shower. Which place that we said was your favorite at Kagga Kamma? Well, out of the campsites, BOBBEJAANSKRANS definitely. Me too. Campsite-wise, definitely the better campsite of the two. I think it was just a more pleasant night. We're a bit more sheltered from the wind. The Honeymoon Suite Cave. Yeah, that was obviously very nice, but that's completely different to camping. If you obviously planning to braai, you need to take a braai stand with, or you can try and find a couple of rocks to just hold your braai up. You obviously need to bring your food with you if you're not going to be staying at reception. They only have a little snack shop there where you can buy like chippies. You can buy cokes and chips, firewood. I think water. Overall, our stay or experience of our stay at Kagga Kamma was really good. We had a really good time. The camping, the honeymoon suite accommodation, our experience in the restaurant. The food was really good. The staff were all very friendly. I think even the bookings was really easy. I think the lady even sent me our, what do you call it, an itinerary. With the time slots and everything, where we need to be, what time. They were really helpful in that regard of just planning our stay there. Which was also really good and made it really pleasant. So again, if you want to see our 3 videos that we took while at Kagga Kamma, they will be linked below or somewhere on the screen. And all our honeymoon videos are saved on a playlist on our channel called Our Overland Honeymoon. Yeah, so hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the little bell thingy so that you can stay tuned and be notified when we release the next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Welcome to the Crause Crew. Sorry, who is that? One more time.
Day 2, we stayed in a cave like cavemen.
Day 7 of our
yeah, we're getting lost.
Day 6.
6, 7. Yeah. Day 8 would be, or day 3. Yeah, day 3 at Kagga Kamma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I hope we have the dates right.
A shower tent.
Are they called guy ropes?
Yeah, I think
guide ropes.
No, guy ropes. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't
the ropes.
know that.
BOBBEJAANSKRANS.
BOBBEJAANSKRANS.
BOBBEJAANSKRANS. Yeah, I got BOBBEJAANS stuck in my mind. You gotta go poop in the bush.
Our bathrooms at reception by the restaurant, but that's about it.
Yeah. But I mean, you're not gonna drive.
But no, yeah, I don't know. I just mean like if you before you leave or something, if you need to go.